Hey everyone, it's Jess. So this is my son's 1 month update. You can see my previous video of talking about how I went into labor at 34 weeks, and it has just a bit more footage of when we're in the hospital. I'm not going to share too much of that. I only added one clip in the very beginning because it is a little sad, but he did have an IV for around a week, and he did have a feeding tube for a while until he was able to have a sufficient amount to sustain himself and gain weight, because that really was his problem. His lungs were fine, but it was just the feeding part. So he was in the NICU for 23 days, and once he started taking anywhere from 75 and more mils of milk, then he was able to be released and discharged. And we did do a follow-up at the hospital the next day, and he basically gained like 4 times what they wanted to. So it was absolutely amazing, and we were just so happy. And it was really rough those 3 weeks and a couple of days. We did have to, of course, pay for parking a lot longer. We didn't think we would be there as long because we do have 2 other kids, and they were both preemies, and my son was born around the same time, and he was only there for 4 days. So it really was a shock. It's just something we weren't expecting at all. My daughter was born even earlier, and she was not in there that long. So we weren't really prepared, especially emotionally, but it all worked out. And as soon as we brought him home, he started not being so sleepy and started feeling a lot better. So that was absolutely just terrific and absolutely what we wanted. And yeah, it was a bit rough though, because we definitely weren't expecting him to be so like up and awake and just not really sleeping that great. But we were also just so happy to have him home. We just did not mind at all. And he's just such a sweet baby. That's the thing about babies. They don't try to be difficult. They're just babies, and they have problems. He does have reflux, and it didn't really start this month. I think it was like slowly starting, but nothing major. The only real problem, like I said, it was the feeding, but that made a huge turn. I was the one that actually told the NICU nurses, okay, let's not let him sleep as much. Like, let's really try to push him. And the doctor ended up listening. And what do you know, a few days later, we were out because he was basically cooperating really well. So if you are in the same situation, definitely advocate for your baby, especially if you do have experience with preterm babies. So now I'm going to talk about some of my favorite things for that month, and even now I still love it. So as you can see, he's in a couple of blankets sleeping beside me on our reclining couch, and the brown blanket's my favorite. It's by Copper Pearl. They are so buttery soft, and they just really holding your baby great. I highly recommend them. And yeah, he's almost 3 months and still loves being swaddled. Now, if you are able to have a spouse or anyone else help out, I definitely recommend having a bassinet. So we have the crib on my side of the bed, and on my spouse's side we have a bassinet, so he could help me out, especially on the weekends, and we absolutely love it. I think you really don't need any particular brand, but we really do enjoy this one. It did have like a vibrating music, but you honestly don't need that. Just anything that wheels over and it's just easy to use, and a nice firm mattress. And also a sheet that will come out so you can wash it. Now this is our favorite bathtub because it has this newborn mesh insert, so it really keeps your baby safe. Of course, like, do not like look away. And I always say keep a hand on a baby, but this is going to make bath time so much easier. And this is our favorite body wash. It smells great, and it is very gentle. And next is our favorite formula that the NICU doctors used there and recommended. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you are subscribed and you thumbs up if you want to see more, and I'll definitely be doing more videos like this. Bye.